Welcome inside the leading edge of the left-hand wing of the 747. Those two boxes are the lighting transformers for landing lights, and as we look around we can see in this cavity of the leading edge how much space there is. And we're looking down at the fuselage in front of us where the pneumatic bleed pipe from the engines and the various electrical looms go into the fuselage. And to the right is the front of the wing spar, and behind this wing spar is the number 2 main tank at this point of the wing, and further outboard we will find the number 1 tank and the number 1 reserve tank with the surge and vent tank outboard of that. And these are the various sensors for the fuel tank. And as we look down earlier from an earlier video how dark and unclear this cavity is due to the fact that the leading edge flaps are retracted. And once we have the leading edge flaps extended, we should be able to see how long and cavernous this area of the leading edge is. And as you can see, the leading edge flaps are all deployed, looking down at the number 2 engine cowlings. And as you can see, the mechanisms do not take up that much room in the leading edge. And these skin panels are made of composite materials, and you can see the various electrical looms going out to the 2 engines and other components on the leading edge. Now we are in the right hand wing gear bay. As we look up into the bay, we are now behind or rear of the rear wing spar. In front of this wing spar area at the moment is the number 3 main tank, and as you can see the various fuel pumps on for that tank. Now as we pan in, we're now looking at the back of the centre wing box with the trim air valves and trim air pipes there, and the air conditioning duct. Now we're looking at the left autopilot lateral central control actuator, which is identical to the right one which was in the left hand wing gear. And above that is the aileron programmer and spoiler mechanism. Remembering the lateral control actuators convert electrical signals into mechanical signals for the autopilot to fly the aircraft. And this black box to the top left part of the picture is the air conditioning signal conditioner. This converts the AC outputs of all 3 airflow sensors to DC signals, which are then sent to the pack temp controllers for display on ICAST of the airflow values. And this is the 3-axis accelerometer, which measures vertical, lateral and longitudinal acceleration for the flight data recorder system. And as we look around at the various hydraulic pipes to various hydraulic components on the rear support spar that attaches to the rear spar and the fuselage, and the various undercarriage actuators and doors. And now we will crawl through into the right hand body gear and have a look round. And on the rear face there we can see the anti-skid unit and the undercarriage actuator for the body gear this side. This is the APU remote shutdown controller. In the event of an APU fire on the ground and no one present on the flight deck, ground staff can shut down the APU and deploy the fire extinguisher into the APU room from here. Looking at the trailing edge flap drive shaft there, looking at the undercarriage door here, and in a minute we'll be able to look down upon the body gear itself. Looking at a hydraulic accumulator there, and various other components, and now we're having a close-up of the trailing edge flap drive unit for the right hand side. Both the left and right are interconnected to either side of the aircraft, as you can see. Now we shall leave the undercarriage bay, and that wraps it up for today. Thank you very much.